So today I want to encourage you to let yourself go, to let the version of you go that basically doesn't fit anymore. I'm speaking to a lot of friends, clients who are going through processes of shedding, and myself. Right, this is mostly inspired by me and what I am going through, but I'm also seeing it in my clients, in my friendship circles. So many people, and it's the year of the snake. It's the year of shedding skins. And so many people are in this space of limbo between the old self and the new self. And the reason that you're still hanging on in limbo is because you're afraid to let the old self go. You're afraid to take off the outfit that doesn't fit you anymore. You're afraid to take off the mask that doesn't fit you and show the world your next self. I've just had to do something really hard for me. I built a meditation community, and this was 18 months ago when meditation was one of my main roles. I was a meditation teacher in my local community, in on the online space, on Insight Timer, and YouTube. I have so many meditations, and meditation is one of the biggest things that I believe everybody should have as a foundational practice on their spiritual evolution, ascension journey. But the direction that I personally am being asked to go in, my evolution, included letting go of this meditation community. And it's filled with incredible women from all over the world. And it breaks my heart that I have to let it go. But it is asking me to, I am not the same person I was 18 months ago. I'm not on the same path. I have effectively, the timeline has changed, and I'm being called up to do something new, or place my focus somewhere else. And so not only do I've reached out to everybody personally to inform them that I will be closing the community and give my thanks and my love, but I also have to grieve. So there will be a grieving process for myself, of the community, of letting that space go, but also of part of my identity. Because there was a big part of myself, my energy, my identity invested in this meditation community, in the Lotus. And a part of myself that helped me heal, that I'm a meditation teacher. It's part of my introduction. When people ask me who I am, I teach meditation online. And so there's a grieving for, yes, letting that space go, but also letting a part of myself go, a part of myself that no longer fits. And so there are many ways that we have to let parts of ourselves go. It can be in work, it can be in relationships. Often when we're grieving a relationship, we're not always grieving the loss of another person, we're grieving the loss of who we were in that relationship, the loss of career, the loss of, like, when people go into retirement, there's a massive identity change. I think a lot of grief holds, yes, there's grief for the external, but there's also a grieving for the internal. And when I came out of a relationship recently, earlier this year, I grieved the relationship, but I had to grieve who I was in that relationship and who I was at the beginning of that relationship. And, I realized that was a big part of my grief and my sadness. So we're constantly being asked to let ourselves go, shed, especially when so much of us, our life, our mask, our persona is made up of conditionings. So it's made up of beliefs, patterns, emotions, thoughts, habits, behaviors that we have been kind of made to believe about ourselves. It's not something we've necessarily chosen. And so when we're on the journey of shadow work, of inner alchemy, of returning to our essence, we have to shed. We have to constantly be letting things go. when you're on this journey, and especially I tell my Kundalini activation clients all the time, like, you're being asked to let go of what is no longer in alignment. If you're on this path, you're being called up into the true self. You're being called to become closer to your divine self, to divinity. And anything that's false is going to be asked to be released. So can you be bold enough, be brave enough to release that? Then you're free of limbo, because the you're in limbo because you're resisting letting that part of you go. When you let that part of you go, the grief can start. You can go through that process and the new you starts to emerge. I've felt so much creative inspiration in the last week or so because I knew this was coming unconsciously. This is a decision I made yesterday. And I knew this was coming, so I felt a lot of, or something was coming, a shift was coming, and I felt a lot of creative inspiration. And that creative inspiration is the next version of me, the one that's closer to truth, the one that's closer to authenticity, the one that knows where she's going, aligned. The higher self is coming through. It's being birthed through me a little bit more. So it's the kind of cracking open of the chrysalis, that little bit, the wings coming out, that little bit. So it's a really beautiful, magical process, and you're constantly being asked to reevaluate and to evolve in life all the time. Who am I? What is my purpose? Like, all asking these questions. What is the outside world showing me about myself, about where I am? What do I need to let go? It's been the Sagittarius full moon. Really, really felt it this month, and it has been a powerful initiation in letting old identity structures go so that we can step closer to our purpose. And that in letting the old identities go, in shedding skins, in allowing the true self to emerge, we become closer to inner alignment, to soul alignment, to living our most aligned path here on this, in this lifetime. It is a beautiful path to be on. Yes, it's not always certain. Yes, sometimes it can be a little bit scary, but it is a really, really beautiful path to be on. So trust that whatever you're being asked to let go of, the new version of you is already there. You already are her. And every time you let go of something that isn't aligned, you're becoming closer to your true self. You're saying yes to your higher self, to your dharma, and the universe will meet you there. The world will meet you there. Wherever you're willing to go, the world will meet you there. The universe, the mother, the father will meet you there. So yeah, I hope this helps give you some encouragement to let go. What are you being asked to let go of? Is it a belief? Is it a habit? Is it a person? Is it a job? Is it a role? Is it an unconscious, some unconscious conditioning that's keeping you stuck in the same patterns? What are you being asked to let go of? How can you let go? How can you fully let go? How can you let go a little bit more? And what do you need? What do you need to allow the new, true you to shine through? That rhymes. I am going to love you and leave you there. I hope you have an incredible week, and I will see you next time.